welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. I just hopped into Walmart to get a few things. I just hopped back into the car. That's why my glasses, I get the transition glasses, so they turn into sunglasses when I walk outside. So give it a couple minutes and they won't be sunglasses anymore. I love my glasses. They do everything for me automatically. Uh, they're, um, they're progressive, so I have 3 prescriptions in one. Up here is my prescription for when I'm driving, when I need to see distance. Down here is my prescription for reading, and in the middle is my prescription for computer length, which is not quite reading, a little bit away. So, and then they turn into sunglasses when I go outside, and when I come inside, they go back. They're like a pretty good item, I have to say. Took some getting used to. Progressive takes some getting used to, but they're worth it. I gave up once. I tried them years ago and I was just like, nope, can't do this, can't do this. Get rid of them, change them back to regular glasses. And then I tried them again. I revisited it several years later, and I'm like, just have to give them a chance, and they're worth it. So today, what have I been doing? Okay, so I was visiting with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. He is my ex-husband's brother, who I still consider family with all my heart. They consider me family with all their heart too, and it's really quite beautiful. Becoming an ex doesn't have to be messy. It can be adorable. You know, I mean, you work with what you have. All I know is that they were my family for 20, 25 years. And I didn't quit them. So anyway, so they opened up their arms and they opened up their place as they vacation in Florida. So we had a lovely few days. We didn't do a lot. It was cold. It was cold most of the time. We walked the beach. We just adored the sun whenever it would come out. Like we would just sit on the front porch and just feel the sun, you know. But I'm not one like, oh, here I am at Anna Maria Island, so let's go do this and let's show me this and show me that. It's just not me, you know. Somebody wrote to me yesterday, said, we want to see the scenery where you are. It's just kind of like, just not my thing, you know. If I'm there and I'm filming, then the scenery's there, but I tend to not go around and do touristy kind of scenery, I'm not a travel vlogger. I'm just not, so that's just the way that goes. That's the way it goes. So, beautiful, lovely island. Really nice time. We watched a couple movies. We watched Nomadland, which I had seen before, and it was nice to see it again. And we saw Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. It was funny. That was a cute movie. So, and we just did our meals. We did our meals separately. Sometimes the timing was that we ate together. Sometimes it wasn't, and it just didn't matter. We just did our own thing with the food. It was lovely to have their washer and dryer. I used that for like a day. I did about like 4 or 5 loads. I did all my bedding. I did everything. And it was nice to have a shower. I took a shower there. It was nice to have a sink that I could do my dishes at. And now I have left. And what I did was I went just off the island, just on the other side of the bridge. One of my friends in Vanlife, somebody I met on the road last winter in Florida. Lovely, lovely woman. And I just connected with her. I met her at a meetup. That's what I did. I met her at a meetup. Then I asked her to join me and Barb. We were going to a campground, one of the water management campgrounds. And I invited her to join us, and she joined us. And it was lovely spending time with her. And we've just kind of been in touch ever since. And so she came to my meetup, and lovely to see her again. And then I told her I was going to Anna Maria Island, and she's like, I'm right off that island. You should come by. So you know what I did when I left my brother-in-law's yesterday? I went right to Lynn's house, and we took a walk. She lives right on a lake, and we took a walk on the lake, and we just yacked and yacked and yacked and yacked for a few hours. It was just a wonderful visit. I was really excited about that. And then right nearby is a Cracker Barrel. She had a guest room. My brother-in-law had a guest room. Everybody has a guest room. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm good. I just come down to Cracker Barrel right near her house. And I went down to Cracker Barrel, and I had a wonderful night's sleep. It did get really chilly last night. I think I looked at the thermometer at one point. It was like 38, so it was chilly. But it's never chilly sleeping. I'm all bundled up. I had my little geeky hat on. Speaking of geeky hats, I just went into Walmart and I said, I need to buy a hat. I need to buy a hat that is not that big. See, this is the hat that I bought to sleep in, okay? I had to put it on last night. So it's just perfect. But look at me. There was a couple of us sitting on the beach last week, and everybody had a hat on because it was a little chilly out, but the sun felt warm, but that breeze was just making your ears a little chilly. So the others had hats on. I didn't have a hat except for this hat. So I was like, do I just sit on the beach looking like this? I had to, because my ears were frozen. And if you put this on and the breeze didn't hurt your ears and the sun was shining some warmth, it was perfect. Like you want to sit out there all day. It's just, it's odd, you know? You would think if it's like 50s and windy that you would want to be inside, but you want to be outside if the sun is shining, because this sun down here is really warm, very, very radiant. So yeah, so I was like, I don't want to use this hat outside anymore because it's a little overkill. It's perfect for sleeping because it's nice and comfortable, and it's not tight and binding, you know. So I just went into Walmart and I bought this hat. This is the hat that I'll use when I sit on the beach. Oh, look, it's got a little pom-pom on it. So that's going to be my hat if I need to sit on the beach and feel warm. See, now this is very tight-fitting, and it's not tight like it's too tight. It doesn't hurt or anything. But if I was sleeping in this, I would feel very constricted, and it would probably start making my head ache in the middle of the night. So this is going to just be for when I need to cover my ears outside. So I was going to just get like a headband or earmuffs, but I wanted the whole head. So this was $10 at Walmart, and it feels good, and it's cute. So I got to find a spot for this now. Mamma mia. So this is my little bag of bags. So you know, I get the shopping bags. I wrap them up into these little balls. I stick them in this little thing, and those are my trash bags. And you know, when I go to Walmart and I go to self-checkout, I only put like a couple of things in each bag because I want a lot of bags, because they're my trash bags. So it looks like I have a lot of plastic here, like it's a waste, but it's not, because they're my trash bags too. I also had to buy some new flip-flops and for the shower. Aren't these cute? Oh, they're cute. What happened was I had a pair of these, and I wear them in the shower they're just strictly for the shower. When I go, they go right in my shower bag. I think I can't find them, and I think I might have left them in the dressing room. I might have done that. I usually don't leave things behind like that. I'm usually really good at checking, but I don't know. I don't know where they are. So I just got myself a new pair. These were $3.98. They're cute, aren't they? So those will go in my shower bag. Whoop, down there. Got myself a cuke. So when I left my brother-in-law's yesterday, on my way, just before I was going over the bridge to come in to inland to go to my friend Lynn's house, I noticed over on the side there was places to park on the sand. You couldn't get right up to the shore. There was like these wood posts, some wood posts, so that you wouldn't drive beyond that point. But it was pretty close. Like here's the sand, here's the wood posts, and then here's the probably a car length or two to the water. So you could just park right there, and your van would be before the wood posts, and you could sit just after the wood post and be fairly close to the water. So I was like, I think I'm going to go and park there tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But first I had to go to Walmart because I needed a few things. What I needed was I wanted to get the hat and the shower shoes. And then while I was in there, didn't I end up getting a bunch of stuff? You know, Walmart's doing pretty good with their organic selection. I was pretty impressed. So here's, I got a couple of packages of organic radishes, and I got a couple of avocados. And I had done so much laundry over at my brother-in-law's. I ran out of laundry detergent and sheets. Well, I have like one left of each. So I like to get the dryer sheets that come in a tiny package like this, the smallest one. This is the only brand I could find that was this small, because I don't want to be storing one that's this big. So this is plenty. Plus, you know, these come in big bags, and it's much more economical to buy the big bags, but, you know, I just bought 13. That works for me. That works for me. So those will go in my little cleaning bin right there, that I have all my cleaning things. And I saw this and I was like, now doesn't that look nice? Rainbow kale. Rainbow kale. It's kind of big. It's going to take up a lot of space in my cooler, but I'll just make it one of the things I cook really soon, so that it doesn't take up all that space. Because once I cook it, it won't take up hardly any space. I got some spring mix. I got some red cabbage. I'll slice that up myself. I like doing that. I got one banana. And I got some organic creamy peanut butter. I got some mini cukes. I got some carrots. I got some chicken thigh fillets. Oh, I'm going to keep this in the bag in the cooler, just in case it drips. That stays in the bag. And then I got a thing of napkins. Oh, there's my list. That was my list. Post-it notes list. And I got some napkins, so I'll put a handful in my bag, in my bin here, and then I'll stick the rest. Like, I have a spot right over the wheel well, right in between the two doors, and I just stuff this thing can fit right in there. So I go through a lot of those, because it's how I clean everything, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now I have all my trash bags in here. And then this slips in right beside my trash barrel, absolutely perfectly. And there you have it. And I spent $63.11. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Good old Walmart. It's not like when I go to Whole Foods. They call Whole Foods whole paycheck. They do. They take your whole paycheck. But I like Whole Foods. So later on today, when I head down to that spot I was telling you about, I'll take you along with me and show you where I'm going to spend the day. I'm going to spend the day there. And then I'll perhaps come right back to this Cracker Barrel to sleep. And then tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? I might end up at back there if I liked it. I might look for another place, or I might go head north in the direction of the campground that I'm going to Wednesday. There's going to be 4 of us camping. It's going to be me and Barb and Renee from the beach the other day, Purple Renee, and Lynn, the woman that I just visited with yesterday. The 4 of us, we have reservations for Wednesday. So that's going to be north. So I could start to head north, tomorrow or the next day and do like half and half, get halfway and find a spot. I can do the other half the next day. I can do the whole thing in one day. I just, at the end of the day, I just do whatever I want all day long. I just go wherever I want. I sit wherever I want. I move along when I feel like it. I see what I want to see, and I just don't really, people really don't understand when I just say, like, people like, why aren't you, they'll be like, why aren't you going south when it's so cold? Why aren't you going to this beach and that beach and this beach and the West Coast, the East Coast, and the Keys, and and it's just like, yep, okay. Maybe I'll be there one day. We'll see. We'll see where I get moved in my spirit, where I get moved to move when I want to move, if I want to move. So it's just how I roll. I know it confuses people. They just think like, you're mobile. Like, you can go anywhere you want. Like, go everywhere, And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I'm not really that excited about being in a new place. It doesn't matter if it's on an island, if it's East Coast, West Coast. If I'm in a place that feels really comfortable and beautiful, I could stay there the whole 3 months. I just wouldn't get tired of it, because it's not really, for me, it's not about checking off boxes of places I've been. It's just being where I am, and I'm very grateful for the contentment and that I just enjoy what I'm doing. I really, really enjoy what I'm doing. So I've been around people for the past few days, and now it's time for alone. I love alone. I love being with people, and I love alone. So for the next few days, it's going to be alone, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of alone. So I'm going to get these groceries put away, and then I'm going to hit the road, go find my spot to park. Here I am on the beach. The sun is shining. It's not warm. It's not warm. But it's not cold. And the sun feels really nice. If there was no sun right now, if the sky was cloudy and the sun wasn't shining on me, it would be freezing. But it feels really good. Let me show you what's in front of me. There's my spot. And if you look way over there, way over here, you can see my van. See my van right there? That's where I'm parked, right at the end of that beach access, really close by. I just needed to walk right here to here. So I left Cracker Barrel this morning and I drove down to this beach, and I much prefer to be parked right next to the water. I love that. I got spoiled, but that's not near here. And this is just where I want to be today, right here. So I pulled up into that parking spot that I just showed you, and I had to do some cooking. So I cooked up some eggs with chives. I bought a package of fresh chives and I chopped them all up and put them in a frying pan. And then I put in 6 eggs, and I made a big chive and egg scramble. I use chives because chives are an herb. They're very oniony flavor, and if I was going to cook vegetables in my eggs, I would need to weigh them. But I don't weigh chives because they're an herb, and I consider herbs to be a free thing. It's on the condiments list, on the food plan. So I just use chives. So I have chives and eggs, and for me, 3 eggs is a protein. On the reducing plan, 2 eggs is a protein, so I have 3. So I made 6 eggs. So what I did was I cooked the eggs with all those chives, just in some spray oil. And then when it was all cooked, I took it all out, and it weighed 11.8 ounces. So it was very close to 12 ounces. So I knew that 6 ounces, actually 5.9 ounces, would be a serving. That's how I divided that in 2. That's how I was able to cook 6 eggs together. And it's like, how do you figure out what's 3 eggs and what's the other 3? You weigh it and separate it. So if you were going to do the same thing, if you were on the reducing plan, you could do 2 eggs, 6 eggs. Just say you put 6 eggs in with all those chives. Weigh it. It weighs, say, 12 ounces. That means 4 ounces is the serving. 4 is 12. So you just, if it was 4.3, whatever it comes out to when you do your division, I just do it on the calculator. Especially if you're on the road, to dirty a pan is a big deal. So like when you dirty a pan, you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of it. So I figured, let me get 2 meals of eggs cooked. I could have them for breakfast, and I don't mind them cold out of the cooler. I just don't mind having them cold. I just had them cold in a salad. I just took half of that batch I cooked, I diced into chunks, and I just put them on top of my salad. It was delicious. And then while the pan was dirty, after I cooked my eggs, I decided to cook a pan of chicken. So I did smoked paprika chicken. I'm parked right next to a trash barrel. I was able to take out all my trash, because I made a lot of trash with going through some arugula, and I had an empty package of that. I had the empty thing of eggs. I had the empty thing of chicken, the plastic chicken thing. So I had a lot of trash, so it was very nice to have it nice and handy. So now I'm all set with proteins for a while. That's cool. So I could cook some veggies. I have that rainbow kale that I want to cook. I have a head of green cabbage that I want to cook in the pressure cooker. I'm getting a lot of electricity today. You know, I drove a little bit this morning and the sun, just full sun. So it's coming in. It's coming in, and I'm really not struggling much with the electrical anymore. It's kind of working out. I didn't even plug in when I was at my brother-in-law's. I didn't even plug in. I could have, but I was like, I was making enough that I needed. Like every time I would start the van to get some heat, like when I woke up in the morning or just before I was going to bed, I would just kind of heat up the van. Whenever I would turn it on, I would just take in some power, take in some electricity. So it worked out good. And then the sun was on it most of the day, so it worked out good being parked there. But I'm really enjoying being by myself, just in my van, taking care of my needs. Food comes first, making sure all my food is in order. I made my bed. I did all that right here at the beach. And I'm just listening to these waves crash. And it's just music to my ears. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to stay here for most of the afternoon. I just want to sit right here. This is where I want to be. I want to feel the warmth of the sun. I want to hear the ocean. I want to smell the ocean. And I just want to be with my thoughts. So when I leave here later on, I need to go to Staples because I need to print, sign, and mail something. So I'm going to go take care of that. And I think I'm going to go back to that same Cracker Barrel that I was at last night. That Cracker Barrel was loaded with campervans, loaded with campervans. I'm going to say it's like, right now I'm on the island, and I'm going to say there's no Cracker Barrel. There's probably no place to overnight anywhere on this island. It's a long, skinny island. But just off the island, over the other side of the bridge, is, you know, Walmarts and Cracker Barrels and all that. So you just go over the bridge. I'm going to say it was probably 7 or 8 miles from here, which isn't bad. To drive 7-8 miles to park right there at the beach for free, no parking fees. I would venture to guess that if it was a beautiful, beautiful, warm beach day, that this beach would be packed and that the parking would probably be full. But if you get here early enough, like if you wake up at Cracker Barrel at like 5 o'clock in the morning, like just hop in the driver's seat, come back here, get that spot, go back to sleep. Do your breakfast here, do everything here, and just be ready to be here for the day. Because it's very convenient to be parked right there. So I think this is what I'm going to do for the next few days because it just feels good. I feel very content. I feel very happy. I'm looking forward to the camping trip coming up, 4 of us, this Wednesday. But I'm in no hurry for it. I'm looking forward to that socializing and being together with the girls. But right now, this is what I want. Just to be by myself. And the ocean is just so interesting to watch. Just to watch, like each wave that forms, each wave that begins that roll, that curve, and then that display, that splash and display, and they just disappear into the shore, and the next ones come. You know, it's just kind of amazing. It's so powerful. I brought my hat. I brought my new hat just in case I got a little chilly. My ears feel a little chilly. I'm going to put my hat on. I'm going to look foolish. Oh, it's cute. It's so cute, isn't it? That feels better. That feels better. There's a slight breeze that's kind of, you know. But you know, it's not with the sun shining, it's not a washout. And you know, when I came to Florida in January, I know what Januaries are like in Florida. And this is it. I knew it. It's not like I expected to come down here and be in flip-flops and sundresses in January. I wasn't expecting that. This is exactly what I expected. And I came anyway. Hey, it's 0 back home. They're getting ice melt to try to get all the ice off the steps, and the driveway is all ice, and there's so much ice everywhere. They're getting the rock salt, trying to melt it all, because it's treacherous. Yeah, I'll take a windy, cool beach. Oh, it feels good. I bet there's a beautiful sunset here. Because this is the West Coast. This is the Gulf of Mexico. And it's so expansive, and I can imagine the sunset here. So let me tell you a funny story about my song. So now that I have distributed my song, so it's with the distribution company, so they hold like management of it, and every video that I've ever used that song in, as soon as it was published, and now it's on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, and about 150 other music platforms. That's what it says. I've never heard of them. I think some of them might be international, because I did distribute this internationally. As soon as that happened, my song gets kind of coded. There's like a code attached to it. So if anybody uses it, just the same way I can't use other people's music. If anyone uses it, they need to revenue share. So every video that has my song in it, which is probably about maybe 6 to 7 videos so far, they all got tagged for copyright claims that I have to revenue share with myself. So that makes no sense. So I just disputed them all, and I just said, this is the story. I need to have, somehow I need to have like permission, however you do permissions. So I just asked them, I wrote to them and asked them how I go about doing that. So I can't find how to do it. So I looked on YouTube trying to find, how do I not get a copyright claim on my own music? And I can't even find it. I can't even find the information in the search. I can't find that question answered in the search. I also went on CD Baby. CD Baby is the name of the distributor that I've chosen. And I even went on there, and I'm like, how can I make it so that I don't get the claim? It seems like the only thing I can do is post it, get a claim, dispute it, and they tell you exactly what to write in the dispute. And then so it looks like it's going to have to be done for every video. I don't know. I'll figure it out one of these days. But there's no reason for me to revenue share with myself, because once it gets to CD Baby gets a percentage, a small percentage, but they get a percentage of everything for being my distributor. So there's no reason for me to share my YouTube videos revenue with CD Baby. That ain't happening. So I'm getting all excited about the next meetup too. I'm excited about that, and I've been giving that some thought. And I know for the music video that we did at the first meetup, we had the attire was blue jeans and black tops, and it was really cool how we were all dressed alike and we all sang and danced. But for the February meetup, it's going to be black and white. Everybody wear black and white, or black or white, or black and white print, or black pants with a black and white shirt, or white pants with a black shirt. I mean, whatever. Or all black or all white, as long as the collective group is all in black and white. I think that would be cool. So I sent them the lyrics to learn the lyrics, and we'll see what they got. We'll see what they got for another fun video, the second official music video of Ready to Dance. I also put out a message to them all to let me know what their favorite dance song is, so I can create my Spotify playlist for February's meetup that has everybody's favorite dance songs, and we just play them for all the dance parties. I thought we were going to have one dance party, but we ended up having 2 major ones and about 6 minor ones. It's just fun. Music and dancing with others is just fun. My head is hot. That sun is hot, which is beautiful. This week coming up, 70s and 80s. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a Florida sunshiny, warm week. And sometimes you get that in January. Most often not, but sometimes you do. And it's on its way. 70s, low 80s, sunny, and nice. That sun is starting to melt me through this jacket. Give me a minute, I'll probably have the jacket back on, the hat back on. I love traveling like this. I love my van. I love van life. I love it. I love traveling like this. I love having my home wherever I go. I love having options. I can do anything and go anywhere I want. At the drop of a hat, I can just come and go. I can figure it out as I go along. I can always just be exactly where I want to be. and I can do whatever I want to do. I just like simple things. Just when I pulled up at the beach today, even though the beach was here and I was parked way over there, I wasn't anxious to get to the beach. I was excited to be in my van, doing my prep cooking, sweeping. I swept it all out and I washed my floor. It's just part of the whole process. It's like a whole part of the day. Part of the day is to maintain myself in my van. So I'm going to maintain my home. I'm going to maintain my belongings. I'm going to take care of my food and make sure my ice gets swapped out so that everything's staying nice and cold and everything fits in there and everything is, I cook things that need to be cooked. And it wasn't like I was waiting for all that to be over with so that I could come down here. I just enjoy doing it. I just enjoy it. Is that weird? Maybe that's strange. But when I was done and I looked around and I said, I think we're done. I grabbed my chair, I grabbed my table, I grabbed my camera, my phone, and my mic. I got my new mic. I have to say, I've been listening to the footage. I've been listening to the past couple of videos that I've made using this mic. I don't know about you, but I notice a huge difference. I hear crisp, clean sound. I hear no background noise. Oh, I didn't even think of the wind down here. I don't have my little wind furry thing. I hope I'm not getting wind noise. Oh well. I might have screwed up. The way that I do van life is not full of adventure and sightseeing and going from place to place. It's just, for me, it's just very simple and it doesn't feel boring to me. It doesn't feel like I'm missing anything. I know that people would beg to differ. They would think that I'm missing something because I get comments of people telling me where I should be going and what I should be doing, things that I don't want to miss. And I appreciate your sharing, but that's just not, it's not me. Just figure out what you like and do what you like. Not so that you can call home and say, you know what I did today, and you know what I saw today, and I went to 3 places today, and I went to 4 beaches today. You know, I mean, I don't really need to call home and say that. I'll put it in my videos. I guess for me, any day spent content and happy and peaceful is a day well spent. Bye for now.